Everyone, welcome to my live session. How are you doing today? I am Adiola Adeyemi. I'm a mental fitness coach, a psychiatrist, and the founder of Talk Mental Health. Welcome to my live session today. Hi, Augustina. Hi, Sleeky. Hi, Ashake. Please tell me your name and where you're joining from. I am super excited about this session. Hi, Augustina. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, she said I look so stunning. Thank you. Hi, Ashake. Tell me where you're joining from, please. So I live in the UK. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a mental fitness coach and also the founder of Talk Mental Health. Amy is from Nigeria. I know Odonayo is also from Nigeria. She lives in Nigeria. Okay, I'm from Nigeria. I mean, she lives in Nigeria. Hi, Debanjo. Oh, Ashake, Lagos, Nigeria. That's amazing. Nice to meet you, Ashake. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hi, Odonayo. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, everyone. So how has been your day? Okay? How has been your day? By the way, if you're just meeting me for the first time, so I am the founder of Talk Mental Health. And if you're not following my page, please make sure you follow. Because all I do is talk about mental health, as my platform implies, Talk Mental Health. So just click and follow immediately. You don't want to miss out on the amazing content, advice, up-to-date content on mental health that I put out there. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a specialist in this field. So I always put up updated information about mental well-being, mental health disorders, how to stay healthy, how to stay mentally and emotionally fit. These are the things I do. All right. So follow me and turn on your post notification. Okay. Debunking self-care myths is the topic of today. So I think by this I should let you know, if you don't know, that I wrote a book. I wrote a book, guys. I am excited. I am an author. I wrote a book. You Deserve Bliss. See the t-shirt I'm wearing. Okay, see, that's the title of the book. You Deserve Bliss. This is the book here. I know some people on this live have gotten their books already. Odonayo has a book. I don't know about any other person here, but this is the book, You Deserve Bliss. So it is a self-care guide to everyday fulfillment. And why am I so passionate about this book? Because I want everyone to be mentally sound and mentally stable. All right. I understand that if we prioritize self-care, our mental health will be okay. I don't want people to wait till they have mental health struggles, till they have symptoms of mental health problems before they ask for help. I want you to be proactive about your mental well-being. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote this book. So more like all the information I give out there every now and again, I come on live to share my experiences, how to stay mentally healthy and all of that. And that's why I decided to put all this information together in this beautiful book. See? So, I don't know, let me tell you my secret. I really don't like to read books. I do audiobooks most of the time. And because of the reasons, the fact that I don't like to read books, I decided not to give you something that will bore you. Because I want this book to be like a manual, like a Bible that you read every day. And that's why I made it so colorful. It has a lot of pages in it, right? For you to journal, because I know all of these activities are the things that would help your mental well-being. And this book is on pre-order now for just $10. $10 or 5,000 Naira Nigerian money. So, see the book. See. So I know that you get a lot of value using this book. Aside from the fact that I have a lot of amazing gifts for people who ordered a copy. So if you pre-order one copy for 5,000 Naira or $10, you get a pen. You get this pen, see? And if you order 3 copies, 1, 2, 3, you get this beautiful t-shirt. Aside that, I have decided to create support group for everyone that pre-orders. So if you pre-order the book, you'll be in a support group where I work with you to ensure that all that is in this book, we work together to ensure that we practice this thing for 2 weeks. So meaning that you have access to me. So I want you to be mentally stable. That's my passion. So, if you look at the value of the book, the quality of the book rather, and the value of the content in the book, and the fact that I have decided to now create a support group for everyone that pre-orders this book, so that we can both work together, have accountability partners for 2 weeks, such that we now practice all that is in this book and start to see the effect, the transformation that we'd experience afterwards. That's my desire. That's what I'm passionate about. What are you still waiting for? Odaya says, I particularly love the pop of colors. Imagine, I made it easy for everyone. It's uniquely designed so that if you see it, you want to read it. I want you to read it every day, like you're reading your Bible if you're a Christian, or you're reading your Quran if you're a Muslim. I want it to be like your book, very easy, not too loaded. The pages are about less than 100 pages for you to journal in there. That's what I want. I want everyone to be able to use it easily, read it easily. So what are you still waiting for? Go to the link in my bio and pre-order. Get a copy. Immediately you pre-order, it's free delivery in Lagos, and you get your copy. Almost like 24 hours later or 48 hours later, you get your copy. All right? So back to today's topic, debunking self-care myths. So debunking self-care myths is actually one of the topics in my book. And because I am so passionate about helping people stay mentally healthy, I am passionate about you being emotionally okay, I decided to talk about this because I realized that we always delay taking breaks. We always delay caring for ourselves until something happens. So we wait for signs like, okay, I am tired, I need rest. That's when we take breaks. Or I'm having headache, I think I've stressed myself. So I am more of a proactive person, or I try to, because I also do that sometimes, I try to advocate for us to be proactive. So you don't have to wait till you start experiencing symptoms before you do something about your mental well-being. You have to be proactive, be intentional about your mental health. And I know that self-care is one of the ways by which you can protect your mental health. So talking about self-care, I know some people are on this live and I can see Favor, I can see Spring Text. Tell me, what does self-care means to you? What does self-care mean to you? What does it mean to you? What does it mean? If you hear the word self-care, what comes to your mind? Put it in the comment box. Put it in the comment box. Put it in the comment box. When you hear the word self-care, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when you hear the word self-care? All right? Sometimes when we talk about self-care, people sometimes think we're talking about a special vacation. And then you need to perhaps save up and then prepare for that vacation. That's what self-care means. Some people think self-care is all about going to the spa and pampering yourself. Some would say self-care is perhaps splurging yourself or buying new things for yourself. All right. Those are the kind of things that I've heard people say about self-care. All right. But yes, Licky Amy is saying something. Taking care of my general well-being. Fantastic. Taking care of my general well-being. I'm waiting for more comments. So I need us to understand that self-care is not about luxury. If I must say, it's not limited to luxury. It's what as the name implies, self and care. Taking care of yourself. And when you talk about yourself, remember that you are a tripartite being. This is something I say every now and again. You are a tripartite being. You have a spirit, a soul, and a body. So what does that mean? It means that self-care is caring for your spirit, your soul, and your body. It has nothing to do with buying expensive things for yourself, or it is not limited to that. It's not limited to going on vacation. It's good to do that, but it's not limited to that. You have to be able to create a balance between caring for your spirit, your soul, and your body. So if you take good care of your spiritual life and you neglect your mental and physical health, you're going to have a lot of issues, both physically and mentally. Your spiritual life might be okay, but your mental and physical health will suffer. So you have to be able to create a balance between all of this. I know it can be difficult sometimes because we have a lot to do. We have a lot on our plates, and sometimes we neglect a particular part of ourselves. For instance, spiritual life, because you're always busy. You, like, for instance, myself, let me use myself as an example. I'm a mother. I wake up in the morning and all I want to do is take care of my children, get them ready for school. I also have work to do. I have my career to build. I have so many things to do. So sometimes it's difficult to say I have this quiet time that I perhaps spend 1 hour praying. Sometimes it might be difficult, depending on the phase of your life. In another phase of your life, you might be it might appear that you're more spiritual and you're neglecting your mental well-being. And then another phase will be, okay, maybe it's your physical health that you're neglecting. But my point is, your ability to be self-aware enough to know that something is wrong in a particular aspect of your life, and for you to quickly make the adjustment, is key to your holistic well-being. Let me say that again. Your ability to be self-aware enough to know that a particular aspect of you, be it your physical health, your mental health, or your spiritual health, is neglected or is suffering, perhaps because of a lot of things you're going through, and you being able to adjust immediately. You sense it and you make some adjustment to ensure that there is a good balance. That ability to do that is key to your well-being, meaning that you're proactive. You're not waiting till there's a major problem before you do something about that. Creating that balance, that mental well-being, that balance between that three aspects of your being, your spiritual, your physical, and mental well-being, is what will make you whole as a person. I don't know if I'm making sense. If I'm making sense, please put in a comment box. Let me know that you could relate with this. Let me know. Let me know. I can see Omolade just joined. I can see I Am King joined me. But let me know if I'm making sense. Today we're talking about debunking self-care myths. And it's because I wrote a book, You Deserve Bliss. It's a topic in the book that I'm going to be talking about today. And I want to, if you have questions, put it in the comment box and let me answer all your questions about this. All right. So one of the first things that I know a lot of people confuse as self-care is the fact that I'm coming. Okay. So people think that self-care means you're selfish, right? Self-care is, there's this would I say is like a statement that is very popular. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. Yes, I know a lot of us would quote that. I know most people on this live know. We know that self-care is not selfish. But in the real sense, do we still feel guilty when we prioritize ourselves? Can you put in the comment box, do you feel guilty when you prioritize yourself? Perhaps you said no to something because you want to take care of yourself. Do you feel guilty about it? Put in the comment box, because my own answer is yes. So I want to know if there are some people here that don't, so that I'll know these people are really, really on point with their self-care, self-care work. Okay? So put in the comment box, do you feel guilty when you choose yourself? Do you feel guilty sometimes when you choose yourself? Thank you, Odrayo. Yes, I do feel guilty sometimes too. But the truth is that the first thing we need to know, the first myth about self-care that we need to debunk is the fact that self-care is selfish. Okay, see? Masses are said not really. Not only if the person is very close. Of course. So when I'm talking about feeling guilty, I ain't talking about people I don't know. Who really cares? It's people that are close to me, that are dear to my heart. I'm not talking... So, Mercy, I hope I pronounce your name correct. I'm not talking about people that, in fact, those people that are far from me are the easiest to say no to. I'm talking about people that are really, really close, very close people to my heart, people that I love, that I wish I could help. But because I know I don't have the capacity, I have to say I'll still feel guilty when I know that I can't do it. So yes, it happens. But the truth is, self-care is not selfish. That's it. It is not selfish. You are not being selfish when you choose yourself. All right? Sometimes we think that when we prioritize self-care, or when we say no to people, or when we try to establish boundary, we are taking people out of our lives. We're saying that, I'm excluding you from my life. No. When you choose to prioritize yourself, you are including yourself, making yourself a priority as well. So it doesn't mean that other people in your life are not important. It just means you've added yourself to that list. Because most times what we do is that on our priority list, we put ourselves last. All right? On our priority list, on that list of people that we need to take care of, we usually like number 10. Let's say it's from 1 to 10. We choose ourselves, we put ourselves last on the list. Am I making sense? We put ourselves last on the list. So anytime you decide to prioritize yourself, it does not necessarily mean that you are neglecting others. It only means that you are including yourself on that priority list. Like, I am important. So you're not being selfish. Anytime you say yes to someone, know that you are saying no to something else. So if you say yes to someone, you are saying yes to help someone. You're probably saying no to something because you're not omnipotent, you're not omnipresent, you're not God. You can't do everything, you can't be everywhere. You can't do everything right all the time. You can't do multiple things at the same time. Though some of us do multitask, but you can't be in London and Lagos at the same time. So whenever you choose to be in London, you cannot be in Lagos. Whenever you choose to be in London, you cannot be in Lagos at the same time. So what it means is that whenever you say yes to someone or to something, you're saying no to others. Let me give you an example. Someone has asked for your help and you've said yes to help the person. Perhaps that time you've decided to rest. So you have said no to your rest time. If you said yes to help someone's financial problem, you've said, okay, I'm going to loan you this amount of money. Perhaps that money is meant for your emergency funds. You have decided to shortchange yourself of that emergency funds. If any emergency happens, you will not be able to cater to that. You've said no to it and decided to say yes. I am not saying it's not good to be kind. I'm only saying that put it at the back of your mind that when you choose to prioritize yourself, you are not being selfish. You are only trying to make yourself a priority, just like you've made other people. The sky is big enough for all of us to fly. So yes, you can make everyone, put everyone in their rightful place. Put yourself in the right place. Put everyone in the right place, and nobody will suffer. Everyone will be fine. So it's not like we are competing. Oh, because I've said no to you, then I don't like you or I hate you. No. It just means that I know that I don't have the capacity to help, and I'm trying my best to protect myself. Because at the end of the day, if you give what you don't have, you will get exhausted, won't you? You will get exhausted. So my first myth, or the first self-care myth that I have debunked today, is that self-care is selfish. It is not. You're not being selfish when you choose to prioritize yourself, all right? So I can see Esiana just joined. Please go back and watch the replay. And thank you for joining as well. Okay, if you have any question, put in the comment box. Let me know, and I'll answer your question. All right? So the second myth that we need to debunk, or we need to clarify today, is that self-care is luxury. Okay? So I like what the comment someone made when we started, that self-care means taking care of your being, taking care of yourself. Many times people think that self-care has to do with you have to spend money to be able to take care of yourself. I know that some part of ourselves would require money. For instance, taking care of our physical health. If you need to do some blood tests or physical health check, you might need to pay for that service, right? If you need to do mental health check, or you need to see me, for instance, for my therapy session, you might need to pay for all of that. But there are so many other self-care activities that we don't even do that are cheap. It's either they are cheap or they are even free. Cheap and free. Let me give you an example. Sleep. Do you have to pay to sleep? How many hours of sleep do you have? Put it in the comment box. How many hours of sleep do you have every day? let me bust our bubbles. How many hours of sleep do you have every day? Because you don't have to pay for sleep. God has made it free. And that's a very great self-care activity that would help your mental well-being. In fact, if you choose to sleep very well, adequately, you will be surprised at how fresh your skin would look, how beautiful you are, how sharp your memory would be, how mentally okay you are, all this irritability and all of that. You won't feel that, you won't feel exhausted. But sometimes people don't sleep. It is free, oh. It is a self-care activity. But we still don't sleep. Thank you. Esiana says 6 to 8 hours. That's amazing. Around 8 hours is what is requested of us. 7 hours at most. Thank you, Marcy. Odwayo says 8 hours. Thank you. So that's what is expected. Around 7 to 8 hours of sleep is what is required for our brain to function well. All right. But most times we don't do that. Sometimes we go through some phases in our life that perhaps we need to shorten the time we sleep. We have a lot to do. But then what's the regular sleep pattern of your own regular sleep pattern? Do you sleep well? So let's leave sleep aside. Water. How many liters of water do you take in a day? You know, taking care of our physical health is a form of self-care, right? How many liters of water do you take in a day? Many a times what we do is that we take fizzy drinks, because we're exhausted. Before we know it, we want to take a bottle of Coke or a bottle of Fanta just to quench our thirst and all. The truth is that we keep doing ourselves a disservice, our physical health a disservice, if we don't take enough water, if we don't get hydrated enough. And sometimes we have to do these things intentionally because you will be moved, or you will be tempted, that's the word, tempted to want to take all those fizzy drinks because you're so exhausted and tired. You think that's what you need. Perhaps you're craving for that because you're even stressed. So, but it takes a lot of discipline to choose to drink water. Sometimes you have to even drink water like you are prescribed. Because if you say, oh, now Esiana has said at least 2 liters, fantastic, that's what is required. Then you decide in the morning, I'll take maybe like 1 liter or about 500 mils or 750 mils. Afternoon, 750 mils. Evening, 750. By the time you put all of this together, you're almost at 2 liters. All right? So that's it. Exposure to sunlight. Those are physical self-care activities. Exercise. Esiana is here. I know she's an exercise guru. She's a coach that teaches us how to exercise and all of that. So how many of us do exercise regularly? How many of us do exercise regularly? Exercise alone is a very good mood booster. Aside from the fact that it keeps you physically fit, you have a lot of mental health benefit from exercising. So it releases a lot of happy chemicals in the brain. So like serotonin, the mood stabilizer, dopamine, which other one? Endorphins, painkillers, natural painkillers. Exercise is fantastic. It helps your physical and mental health. It helps your heart health. It helps your brain health. It is good. And the truth is that some people think exercise is like a kind of walk you have to do. But just being conscious of how you move around, making sure that instead of taking your car, you want to just trek down the road to get what you want to get. Those are ways by which you ensure that you're walking, you're moving your body. Just move the body. You don't have to go to the gym. Move that body. All right? Massey said, I have an app on my phone that reminds me to take water everywhere. Fantastic. Sometimes you have to set reminders for all these all these self-care activities. Sometimes we have to do that. Okay? So exercise, that's been said. So let's talk about mental well-being. What are the self-care activities? The things we do. Journaling. I love to journal, and that's why I have left a lot of pages in my book for journaling. You see? These are pages you can use to journal. See that exercise aspect. Because I understand the importance or the impact of journaling on our mental well-being. I know, for instance, if you decide to do gratitude journaling and you are consistent with it, it's going to boost your mental well-being. It's going to improve you. The way you feel about yourself, your perspective about issues would change. And that's one of the reasons I decided to write this book and put pages for journaling in there. Because I don't just want you to read. I want you to practice. Because I know knowledge without application is useless. Perhaps we all know about this. We know that water is good. We know that journaling is good. We know that it's good to have to practice gratitude. We all know, but do we do it? We get busy with a lot of activities, hustling and bustling, making money, everywhere we go, just to make ends meet. But we forget to take care of ourselves. Sometimes we have to be intentional about these things. And that's why I made this book to be easy to read, made it colorful, put in pages for us to actually practice what we read and the lessons learned in the book. All right, for those that are just joining, the book is now on pre-order. It's available. You can pre-order before the book launch next week for just $10 or 5,000 naira. So go to the link in my bio to do that. Anyways, so I've mentioned two myths. The first is that self-care is selfish. So we've been able to clarify that it is not selfish to take care of yourself. And the second is that self-care is luxury. We've been able to say that self-care is any activity that calms your nerves and revitalizes you. You don't have to spend money to do all of that. You don't have to spend money to sleep. You don't have to spend money to exercise, take water, and do all those activities that help calm you down. All right. So the third one, which is going to be the final, I have like 5 in my book. So if you want to know more, go and buy the book. So the third one is self-care is earned. Self-care is earned. So some people would say, until I am able to make this amount of money, or until I'm able to pass my exams, we give like a target. I won't buy these things for myself. Why are you punishing yourself? So if you don't make that achievement, if you don't get to that point, then you punish yourself. We have to learn to be compassionate. We have to learn to practice self-compassion and be kind to ourselves. Because many a times we are quick to judge ourselves. We are quick to beat ourselves up when we make mistakes. Self-care is not earned. As long as you are alive, you have a spirit, soul, and body, whether you're hitting your goals or not, whether you're achieving or not, whether you're moving forward or not, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. Spirit, soul, and body. It is not earned. You don't have to wait till you get the promotion to take care of yourself. That's my point. It is not earned. Self-care is your basic human right. Self-care is your basic human right. It is your right to take care of your spirit, your soul, and body. You don't have to do something to deserve self-care. You don't have to. You have to learn to take care of. I remember, when several years ago, I know I used to struggle with a lot of low self-esteem issues and limiting belief and some distortions in my thinking. That when I do something wrong, I don't know, more like subtle punishments, like, okay, because of this, I will not eat. You don't deserve to eat. Or because of this, I will do this. Or because I made this mistake, I will not buy myself this. What? Just sometimes I tell people, imagine what you would do for someone that is so dear to you. For instance, let's say your mom, your dad, your children, your husband, your partner, someone that you love so much, and the person makes a mistake. Would you say because you've made a mistake, you will not eat? Or because you made a mistake, you are not going to sleep? Or you don't deserve this particular thing? You don't deserve. It's your human right. Please, let's stop it. And that's why I said, people, sometimes we punish ourselves more than we punish others. And that's sometimes more like we are neglecting ourselves. Putting others first and putting ourselves last. When people make mistakes, we are quick to forgive them. But when it's our own turn, when we make a mistake, we beat ourselves up over and over again. Like you've done the worst. No, you are human and it's okay to embrace your imperfection. It's okay to make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, learn from it and move on. That's how we roll. The third myth is that self-care, it is not earned. It is your basic human right. It is your right, and make sure you take care of yourself. If things don't work out right, go. I love this. I saw this tweet on Twitter that, okay, after I guess it's about people paying school fees, parents paying school fees. You've paid school fees for your children and all. go and buy yourself chicken and this and lock yourself up and, put on the AC and watch Netflix and just eat and enjoy. Sometimes we have to learn to, pamper ourselves, do something. Perhaps you've been saying, okay, I'm cutting down my calories and all. But sometimes you just be like, okay, I want to take that ice cream. In fact, I'm eating ice cream and eating no calorie. Today is no calorie day. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, today is no calorie day. I want to just spoil myself, like enjoy life like there's no other life. Do you get what I mean? Self-care is not earned. Yes, it's important to eat healthy, but at times you want to spoil yourself. You want to, once in a while, feel good, enjoy good things, and just a little bit of pampering. All right? The third point, self-care is not earned. Okay? Many times we work so hard. We want to make a lot of money. We are waiting and saving up to a particular time when we think, oh, I have had enough money. This is a time for me to now. No. God forbid, we will not die young in Jesus' name. But why are you so sure? How are you so sure that you get to that point, that time? Some of us will buy clothes and be like, oh, I'm wearing it on this particular day. Why? Wear your clothes and enjoy life. Life is beautiful. Tomorrow is not promised because you don't even know whether Jesus will come, before you wear the clothes. Enjoy life. Like, I'm always the fan of living our best lives now. Like, you don't have to wait till a particular time to enjoy life. For instance, I have a lot on my plate as we speak. But I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting till I'm done with that before I move on. I have tried to be able to, I'm blending my life in a way. I'm able to do so many things I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do them. It's all about planning and balancing. Not waiting, okay, because I have a lot of things I need to do now, perhaps in your career or in your profession. You neglect all other aspects of your lives. No. Take it easy on you and make sure that you take good care of yourself. All right? Self-care is not earned. It is your basic human right. Don't deprive yourself of sleep. Don't deprive yourself of pleasure. Don't deprive yourself of things that you're passionate about. Don't deprive yourself of things that would help your mental and emotional well-being. Take good care of yourself. Okay? Take good care of yourself. If you are committed to self-care, if you pay attention to your self-care, to yourself and prioritize yourself, you will notice a lot of improvement in your mental well-being. You will notice, you see a lot of changes, like you feel better, your thinking is right, you're always happy. You understand what I mean? The physical health, it will be obvious. Your skin will glow, you'll be good. All right? So that's it. And lack of self-care can affect your mental well-being. So it can cause depression, anxiety. It can make you feel tired and exhausted, lead to burnout syndrome if you don't take care of yourself. So you have to learn to incorporate breaks, self-care activities into your everyday routine. Taking like 5 to 10 minutes break to, stretch and walk. These are things you can do to improve your mental well-being. So do you have any question for me? Any question, any comments? So I've mentioned 3 self-care myths and I've, clarified it. I've said, no, that's not true. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is not expensive. It is affordable. And self-care is not earned. It is your basic human right. It's what you deserve. All right? So if you want to learn more about self-care, then get my book, You Deserve Bliss. It is just $10. And you can get it via the link in my bio. When you order 1 copy, you get this beautiful pen and this beautiful carrier bag. You can see it. When you order 3 copies or more, perhaps you want to gift it out to your friends and colleagues, then you get this beautiful t-shirt, this branded t-shirt that I'm wearing. So need I say more? Go to the link in my bio and pre-order your copy for $10 only. If you have any questions, anything about the book that you're not clear, let me know in the comments section, or you can even send me a DM. Do you have any question? Any question, any clarification, please put in the comment box. All right? If there are no questions, then I'll call it a day. I will call it a day. I hope you have this session has been good to you or has been impactful. I hope you've learned one or two things from this session. Okay, so that will be all. Hi, thank you, Mercy. That will be all for today. Please don't forget to be intentional about your mental health. Have a fantastic Thursday and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.